if I can hear it. Yes, I can. That's a good volume right there, baby. Boom. Okay, and unmute the microphone. Unmute the microphone. Boom. All right. Okay, are we good? Are we good? That seems like it's peaking properly. Okay, to record for YouTube. I'll put this here so I don't look around. There we go. Everything's set up. Okay, we're all good to go, chat. Okay, what's up, everybody? I thought you were No Limit Matt. I have a No Limit Matt in my on my YouTube channel that shows up. What's up, everybody? Sorry for the brief intermission right there. I was just trying to make sure I got everything set up for the stream, for the recording, for both streams and both recordings. Welcome to today's Bible read on the Limitless Core channel and on Core Extended. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Today is day 317 in a row of this one-year Bible read. So, man, bro, we're really knocking these down. We're oof. In in a few days, man, is we'll be under 40. In a few days, we'll be under 40 days left of the read. You know? Oh man. But how you doing? Nice to see you all. Happy Tuesday. And without further ado, it's time to get into tonight's read. Day 317 in a row of our 365-day one-year Bible read. Today, Chad, if you happen to have a one-year Bible, today's verse is coming from November the 13th. I know today is 11th technically, but we started 2 days early in our read. So today's read is going to be coming from November the 13th. Are coming from Ezekiel 27, 1 through 28, going to verse 26. We're going to follow that up with Hebrews 11, 17 through 31. Then we're going to get to Psalms 111, 1 through 10, and then Proverbs 27, 15 through 16. All right. What's up, Shalisha? How you doing? Nice to meet you. Shalisha, it's really nice to meet you. Hey, okay. Now, without further ado, welcome to today's one-year Bible read. Come Ezekiel 27, 1 through 28, going through verse 26. Then this message came to me from the Lord. Son of man, sing a funeral song for Tyre, that mighty gateway to the sea, the trading center of the world. Give Tyre this message from the sovereign Lord. You boasted over, my beauty is perfect. You extended your boundaries into the sea. Your builders made your beauty perfect. You were like a great ship, built of the finest cypress from. They took a cedar from Lebanon to make a mast for you. They carved your oars from the oaks of Bashan. Your decks of pine from the coast of Cyprus was inlaid with ivory. Your sails were made of Egypt's finest linen, and they flew as a banner above you. You stood beneath blue and purple awnings made bright with dyes from the coast of Elisha. Your oarsmen came from Sidon and Arvad. Your helmsmen were skilled men from Tyre itself. Wise old craftsmen from Gabal talking. Ships from every land came with goods to barter for your trade. From distant Persia, Lydia, and Libya served in your great army. They hung their shields and helmets on your walls, giving you great honor. Men from Arvad and Halak stood on your walls. Your towers were manned by men from Gamad. Their shields hung on your walls, completing your beauty. Tarshish sent merchants to buy your wares in exchange for silver, iron, tin. Merchants from Greece, Tubal, and Meshech brought slaves and articles of bronze to trade with you. From Beth to Magra came riding horses, chariot horses, and mules, all in exchange for your goods. Merchants came to you from the Don. Numerous clans were your captive markets. They brought payment in ivory, tusk, and ebony wood. Syria sent merchants to buy your rich variety of goods. They traded turquoise, purple dyes, embroidery, fine linen, and jewelry of coral and rubies. Judah and Israel traded for your wares, offering wheat from mint figs, honey, olive oil, and balm. Damascus sent merchants to buy your rich variety of goods, bringing wine from Helbon and white wool from Zahar. Greeks from Uzal came to trade for your merchandise. Wrought iron, cassia, and fragrant calamus were bartered for your wares. The Don sent merchants to trade their expensive saddle blankets with you. The Arabians and the princes of Kedar sent merchants to trade lambs and rams, male goats in exchange for your goods. The merchants of Sheba and Ramah came with all kinds of spices, jewels, and gold in exchange for your wares. Haran, Canaan, Eden, Sheba, Ashur, and Komad came with their merchandise too. choice fabrics to trade, blue cloth, embroidery, and multicolored carpets rolled up bound with cords. The ships of Tarshish were your ocean caravans. Your island warehouse was filled to the brim. But look, your oarsmen have taken you into the sea. A mighty eastern gale has wrecked you in the heart of the sea. Everything is lost. Your riches and wares, your sailors and pilots, your shipbuilders, merchants, and warriors. On the day of your ruin, everyone on board sinks into the depths of the sea. Your cities tremble as your pilots cry out in terror. All the oarsmen abandon their ships. The sailors and pilots stand on the shore. They cry aloud over you and weep bitterly. They throw dust on their heads and roll in ashes. They shave their heads in grease for you and dress themselves in burlap. They weep for you with bitter anguish and deep mourning. As they wail and mourn over you, they sing this sad funeral song. Was there ever such a city as Tyre, now silent at the bottom of the sea? The merchandise you traded satisfied the desires of many nations. Kings at the ends of the earth were enriched by your trade. Now you are a wrecked ship, broken at the bottom of the sea. All your merchandise and crew have gone down with you. All who live along the coastlands are appalled at your terrible. Their kings are filled with horror and look on with twisted faces. The merchants of the nations shake their heads at the sight of you, for you have come to a terrible end and will exist no more. Then this message came to me from the Lord. Son of man, give the prince of Tyre this message from the sovereign Lord. In your great pride, in your great pride, you claim, I am a god. I sit on a divine throne in the heart of the sea. But you are only a man, a god. Though you boast that you are a god, you regard yourself as wiser than Daniel, and you think no secret is hidden from you. With your wisdom and understanding, you have amassed great wealth, gold and silver for your treasuries. Yes, your wisdom has made you rich, and your riches have made you very proud. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. Because you think you are as wise as God, I will now bring against you a foreign army, the terror of the nations, and they will draw their swords against your marvelous wisdom and defile your splendor. They will bring you down to the pit, and you will die in the sea, pierced with many wounds. Will you then boast I am a god to those who kill you? To them you will be no god, but merely a man. You will be outcast at the hands of foreigners. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. Then this further message came to me from the Lord. Son of man, sing this funeral song for the king of Tyre. Give him this message from the Lord. You were the model of perfection, full of wisdom and exquisite in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Your clothing was adorned with every precious stone, rare carnelian, pale green peridot, white moonstone, blue-green beryl, onyx, green jasper, blue lapis lazuli, koios, and emerald, all beautifully crafted for you and set in the finest gold. They were given to you on the day you were created. I ordained and anointed you as the mighty angelic guardian. You had access to the holy mountain of God and walked among the stones of fire. You were blameless in all you did, from the day you were created until the day evil was found in you. Your rich commerce of violence, and you sinned. So I banished you in disgrace from the mountain of God. I expelled you, Almighty Guardian, from your place among the stones of fire. Your heart was filled with pride because of all your beauty. Your wisdom was corrupted by your love of splendor. So I threw you to the ground and exposed you to the curious graves of kings. You defiled your sanctuaries with your many sins and your dishonest trade. So I brought fire out from within you, and it consumed you. I reduced you to ashes on the ground, in the sight of all who were watching. All who knew you are appalled at your fate. You have come to a terrible end, and you will exist no more. Then another message came to me from the Lord. Son of man, turn to the city of Sidon and prophesy against it. Give the people of Sidon this message from the sovereign Lord. I am your enemy, O Sidon, and I will reveal my glory by what I do to you. When I bring judgment against you and reveal my holiness among you, watching will know that I am the Lord. I will send a plague against you, and blood will be spilled in your streets. The attack will come from every direction, and your people will lie slaughtered within your walls. Then everyone will know that I am the Lord. No longer will Israel's squares prick and tear at her like briars and thorns, for they will know that I am the sovereign Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says. The people of Israel will again live in their own land, the land I gave to my servant Jacob. For I will gather them from the distant lands where I have scattered them. I will reveal to the nations of the world my holiness among my people, and they will live safely in Israel and build homes and plant vineyards. And when I punish the neighboring nations that treated them they treated them with contempt, they will know that I am the Lord, their God. And now chat Hebrews 11:17 through 31. Give me 1 second. What's up? I know Ray's here. What's up, Ray? Good to see you, bro. I know Ray's here. Scholar, appreciate it, like Scholar. And so many names. And ooh, what's up, Nervous Rider? Have a great day. May the Lord bless you too, brother. How you doing? And how you doing, Ronnie? Have a wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate that. What's up? I started live like at like at 45. I live at like 45. I know. I never seen before, Nervous, but hey, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. It was good to meet new people. I think I started like 45. We're about 8 minutes in. We're about 8 minutes in, but I'm recording computer, so this will be on the channel as soon as the stream is over. So it'll be on the channel as soon as the stream is over. But now let's get into Hebrews 11:17 to 31. It was by faith that Abraham offered Isaac as a sacrifice when God was tested. Abraham, who had received God's promises, was ready to sacrifice his only son, Isaac, even though God had told him, Isaac is the son through whom your descendants will be counted. Abraham reasoned that if Isaac died, God was able to bring him back to life again. And in a sense, Abraham did not receive his son back from the dead. It was by faith that Isaac promised blessings for the future to his sons, Jacob and Esau. It was by faith that Jacob, when he was old and dying, blessed each of Joseph's sons and bowed in worship as he on his staff. It was by faith that Joseph, when he was about to die, said confidently that the people of Israel would leave Egypt. He even commanded them to take his bones with them when they left. It was by faith that Moses' parents hid him for 3 months when he was born. They saw that giving him this unusual child, and they were not afraid to disobey the king's command. It was by faith that Moses, when he grew up, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He chose to share the oppression of God's people instead of enjoying the fleeting pleasures of sin. He thought it was better to suffer for the sake of Christ than to own the treasures of Egypt, for he was looking ahead to his great reward. It was by faith that Moses left the land of Egypt, not fearing the king's anger. He kept right on going because he kept his eyes on the one who was invisible. Faith that Moses commanded the people of Israel to keep the Passover and to sprinkle blood on the doorposts, and the angel of death would not kill their firstborn sons. It was by faith that the people of Israel went right by the Red Sea as though they were on dry ground. But when the Egyptians tried to follow, they were all drowned. It was by faith that the people of Israel marched around Jericho for 7 days, and the walls came crashing down. It was by faith that Rahab, the prostitute, was not destroyed with the people in her city who refused to obey God, for she had given a friend to the spies. Thank you for the likes, everybody. And now, Psalms 111, 1 through 10. Praise the Lord. I will thank the Lord with all my heart as I meet with his godly people. How amazing are the deeds of the Lord. All who know him should ponder them. Everything he does reveals his glory and majesty. His righteousness never fails. He causes us to remember his wonderful works. How gracious and merciful is our Lord. He gives food to those who fear him. He always remembers those who hold his covenant. He has shown his great power to his people by giving them the lands of the other nations. All he does is just and good, and all his commandments are trustworthy. They are forever true, to be obeyed faithfully and with integrity. He has paid a full ransom for his people. He has guaranteed us with them forever. What a holy, awe-inspiring name he has. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true wisdom. All who obey his commandments will grow in wisdom. Praise him forever. And now, Proverbs 27:15-16. A quarrelsome wife is as a quarrelsome wife is as annoying as a constant dripping on a rainy day. Stopping her complaints is like trying to stop the wind or trying to hold something with greased hands. Trying to hold something with greased hands, actually. You ever tried that? You ever tried to hold something with greased hands? Read it one more time. Proverbs 27:15-16. A quarrelsome wife is as annoying as a constant dripping on a rainy day. Stopping her complaints is like trying to win or trying to hold something with greased hands. There we go. That was much cleaner than the second. And now, the two-part plan to become wise. The two-part plan to become wise. Here you go. Here you go. And here you go. Now I got 3 cameras on me. Now I have 3 cameras on me. Oh man, it's funny. The two-part plan to become wise. All that God was bringing down on those who rebelled against him shows how foolish their strategy was. There are 2 parts to avoid being foolish. First, we must fear the Lord. What God tells us to do must matter. What he might do when we do not follow his commands must also matter to each of us. That is all part of fearing the Lord, beginning of wisdom. Second, the fulfillment of wisdom comes when his commands matter so much that we willingly obey him. And now, chat, it is time for tonight's prayer. Now, chat, it's time for tonight's prayer. 4 more days to my birthday. 4 more days to my birthday. I'm gonna be 28. Big 28. I'm gonna be 28. I'm gonna be 28 this year. Oh man, crazy. Oh man, thank you. And lovely to meet you too. I'm an old lady from Australia. Hey, nice to meet you. Way from Australia. Nice to meet you. You're young to me. You're young enough to be up right now watching me streaming, so you're young to me. Thought of anything you want. Honestly, I can't really think of anything. I don't really have any desires right now. Honestly, at all, to be honest. I just kind of feel good. I just kind of feel, I feel like I don't need anything. Yeah, I feel like I don't need anything. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'm fulfilled. I don't know. I don't know how to, I don't know how to explain it. I feel very fulfilled right now, though. I don't know. But let's get into. I feel like this is like a present for me. This feels really good. You know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to put it in this very moment. But yeah. But it's time for the night's prayer, chat. Chat plural. Cameras, all everybody. Um, so before we get into the prayer tonight, chat, we want to go over our prayer structure really quickly. Um, so why are we praying? The point of prayer. The point of prayer is to just build communion with God. The biggest thing here is to build communion with God, right? To build relationships, to build that friendship and that bond to where you feel like you can talk to God anytime you want to. Also, the prayer is also for you to let go of any worldly burdens that you're carrying around throughout the days or throughout the years or throughout the months, whatever that is, right? Because in order for God to feel you and to you start to work in your life, you must start to your vessel, right? And you have to make space, right? So the point of prayer is, we want to get closer to God, and also we want to also, make space and make room, right? And let go of those burdens that we've been carrying around. So um, let's go and get into tonight's prayer, okay? So do it. um, my prayer today. I read about. Oh, there we go. I read something today that stuck with me. Now I knew I was going to pray about it today. I would have prayed about it earlier, like immediately at the time. I think I already did, but I'm gonna pray again. I'm pray again. Right. Um, um, God, I want to come to you today. Yeah, as you have, you know, you've been working in my life. You definitely been working in my life a lot, um, and I can feel they may not be visible to everybody else, but I can see it, you know. Um, and I want to say thank you for everything you've already done, um, and I just want to keep emptying my vessel out so you can keep filling up. So, so God, I wanna come to you today. This is something I always stood on, but I kind of got a little lackadaisical with it, and I just want to go ahead and put that to bed right now. And that is always seeing the best for everybody around me. Um, God, I don't want to be wishy-washy with anything you want me to do, right? Um, and sometimes I get annoyed, I get frustrated sometimes, and you know, I may slip and think something. Oh, you know what I'm talking about, right? And and I want to be wishy-washy with you. I don't want to be wishy-washy with your word. Um, and I want to, and I just like I always say, I want to always see to everybody, right? Um, no matter what, right? So, God, I ask you if you come to my heart and remove anything um, that has been causing me to not do that. Um, maybe I'm not sure where what it is, where it may come from, but if you come start working in me, make me aware of it so I don't do it again. But also, if you can come start working in me, and I just want to thank you for that. And now that I let you know that, now that I'm hot and sweating because I'm saying this in front of a camera, right? And I'm just, uh, now I want to say, I want to say thank you because you know you're working away. I already know you're making a way, right? This heat that I'm feeling, this hotness that I'm feeling is you, you know, um, and I just want to say thank you. And I have a lot of other things to say thank you for. Okay, so just stay tuned, stay with me. Okay, God, I want to say thank you for your generational wisdom. I want to say thank you for the application of your generational wisdom. I want to say thank you for your generational clarity. And I want to say thank you for the application of your generational clarity. I want to say thank you for your generational discernment. I want to say thank you for the application of your generational discernment. I want to say thank you for your generational love. And I want to say thank you for the application of your generational love. I want to say thank you for your generational favor and the application of your generational favor. I want to say thank you for your generational trust and the application of your generational trust. I want to say thank you for your generational peace and the application of your generational peace. I want to say thank you for your generational protection of your generational protection. I want to say thank you for your generational prosperity and the application of your generational prosperity. I want to thank you for you holding my hand in my generation to come, hand, God. I want to thank you for the application of you holding my hand in my generation to come, hand, God. I want to thank you for you forgiving my sins and my generation to come sins, God. And I want to thank you for the application of you holding you forgiving my sins and my generation to come sins, God. God, I also want to say thank you for your generational wealth and the application of your generational wealth. And God, I want to say thank you for your generational kingdom and the application of your generational kingdom. In Jesus' name, amen, amen, and amen. Thank you. All right. And now you're new here, right? That was pretty funny. I love you. And I love you too. I love you, neighbors. All right. And now if you got a neighbor beside you, chat, anywhere around you, after your prayer, we always turn to our neighbors and say, I love you, right? We always turn to our neighbors and say, I love you, right? So um, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. Um, you know, thank you for joining me for day 317 of our One Year Bible Read. It's not over yet. We still got a little to go. We got some discussion to do. Assalamu alaikum. There's a way to say that backwards. I have no idea. I've heard it before. You made me laugh when you said that, bro. But you know, it's pretty funny. You caught me off guard. Y'all always catch me off guard, bro. Y'all always catch me off guard. Oh man, it's pretty funny. Not really. Y'all don't be catching me off guard. It's just funny. Y'all crack me up. Oh man. All right, but today, chat, we read from 27 1 through 28. Go through verse 26. We followed up with Hebrews 11 17 to 31, and then Psalms 111 1 through 10, and then we wrapped up tonight's read with Proverbs 27 15 through 16. Today, chat, excuse me, we're going to start discussion with Ezekiel 27 1 through 28, going through verse 20. Excuse me, go to verse 26. I had some burps. Oh man. So give me to sit quietly with the word, chat. Um, well, yeah, that came right to my mind. Um, appreciate the delivery as always. I know almost all 315 of these likes is all you, and I don't care. I appreciate it regardless. Oh man, it's funny. Um, uh, but all right. So today's word from Ezekiel is about pride, right? Today's word from Ezekiel is about pride. Um, so um, we all come here, right? We all come here already anointed, right? But pride is our downfall. We start to see our blessings and to see and believe that we're the one doing all of these things, right? And that was downfall here in today's story. But let's see and let's talk about how that happens, right? Here we go. Come after verse 28 here, 8:1. And your great pride you claim, I am a god. I sit on the divine throne in the heart of the sea. But you are only a man and not a god, though you boast that you are a god. You regard yourself as wiser than Daniel, and think no secret is hidden from you. With your wisdom and understanding, you have amassed great wealth, gold and silver for your treasuries. Yes, your wisdom has made you very rich, and your riches have made you very proud. And your riches have made you very proud. So, what can we learn from today's word and today's message, chat? This world will get plenty of things, and I talked about this before, but you'll be blessed with plenty of things, but you always need to remember where your help comes from. That's one thing. 1.8K likes, Ray. That's crazy. Oh man, it's funny. Oh man, it's funny. But you always need to remember where your help comes from. Never forget where your help comes from, right? That is the most important thing that we're going to learn about today in today's word from Ezekiel 27:1-28. Never forget where your help comes from. Yeshua has made you very rich, and your riches have made you very proud. Don't let the things of this world make you very proud. There's nothing in this world to be proud of. You know, you can enjoy and enjoy being here, but there's nothing in this world to be proud of, right? So don't let pride move you from your place, from your seat. Don't let pride remove you from your seat, okay? Um, and that is Ezekiel 27:1-28 today. Don't let pride remove you from your seat. You're already ordained. You're already home. Don't let pride remove you from your seat. Don't let this world and the riches that you may amass from God helping you and blessing you and with you and being with you in every step and opening every door for you. Don't let this world's riches make you forget who's helping you, right? Who's opening all the doors, who's checking behind those doors before you even walk in those rooms. Don't let this world make you forget that. Very important. All right. All right. Let's get into our next verse. Um, Coming from Hebrews 11:17-31. Um, Give me 1 second to sit quietly with the word, chat. And welcome to the chat, Simons. I can't see your whole name. It's like kind of hard to see. um, mm. Okay, we got a beautiful follow-up verse. Okay, we got a beautiful follow-up verse, Hebrews 11:17-31. And why is a beautiful follow-up verse as it goes perfectly with Ezekiel tonight. Um, so in Hebrews today, we're talking about faith. We're talking about um, how so many people have been able to accomplish great things um, by having faith, right? So many things, so many people have been able to accomplish great things by having faith. And you don't need to read to see people around the world accomplishing things because they had faith, right? You've probably seen and met somebody who's told this very same thing before, right? Um, but in Hebrews today, we're talking about people who had faith. But who did they have faith in is the question. Who did they have faith in? Was it in themselves, in only themselves, right? Or did they have faith and then they trust God that God was going to make a way? Because when you only believe in yourself, when everything goes crazy and things go wrong, you only have you to believe in, right? When things start going crazy and things start going wrong, you only have you to in. Yeah, my son listening to me. You only have you to believe in, right? Um, and sometimes, sometimes you don't believe in yourself. Sometimes I'm sure a lot of people in their life, moments in life where they didn't believe in themselves. So if you only have you to believe, you to lean on, when things get tough and you don't trust yourself no more, who you gonna lean on? Who you gonna have faith in? So let's not miss that part of Hebrews today. Yes, there's a verse about having faith. Yes, yes, of course. But who do you have faith in? Is your faith only in yourself, or is your faith bigger than you? All right. Now let's get Proverbs 27:15-16. You listening? Yeah? Okay. All right. Proverbs 27:15-16. A quarrelsome wife is as annoying as a constant dripping on a rainy day. Plaints is like trying to stop the wind or trying to hold something with greased hands. It doesn't have to. So we'll let go of the analogy of the wife here. I don't want to trigger anybody, right? Um, so let's let go of that analogy. Let's remove that storyline from right. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all whatsoever. This is just a verse about having somebody who is constantly not believing in you in your space. who is constantly having something to say about your dreams in your space, who constantly doesn't support you, having that person in your space. What does that do, right? Well, it makes attaining and accomplishing and having faith extremely hard, right? Because even when you want to have faith, that person, you listen to them long enough, they'll get in your head, right? And you'll hear their voice instead of God's. You hear their voice in your head instead of God's voice in your head, right? Instead of when you used to go towards things and you would feel confident in achieving those goals and doing things, you would hear God's voice pushing you forward, right? You hear God's voice pushing you forward. Yeah, you got this, son. I believe in you. You got this, son. I believe in you. But if you're around the wrong person too long, you'll stop hearing God's voice and you hear their voice in your head. And what do they voice say? It ain't saying nothing positive, right? It ain't saying nothing positive. It's saying, oh, I don't believe in you. So now, instead of you listening to God now, you're listening to them. So, this verse is calling us out. We got to stop having bad company. You got to having bad company. Bad company don't, keeping bad company around don't make you stronger, you know? It don't make you stronger. You're not proving a point to nobody. You're not doing, you're not getting what you think you're doing. It's not giving, as the kids say. It's not giving, as the kids say, you know? Um, so why? Why not step away? Why not step away, find better company, find better communion, find people who want to speak faith into your life and speak good things into you. Why not choose that instead, right? So let's continue to do that. You know, stopping her complaints is like trying to stop the wind or trying to hold something in greased hands. You know, you won't be able to stop it, man. So just you might want to just walk away. Sometimes you just gotta walk away. It takes. We said this before. I think I said this the other day. It takes a strong person to let go. It really does, though. It takes a strong person to let go. A very weak person holds on forever, but a strong person will let go, right? So, and now the two-part plan to become wise. All that God was bringing down on those who rebelled against shows how foolish their ungodly strategy was. There were two parts to avoiding being foolish. First, we must fear the Lord. What God tells us to do must matter. What he might do when we do not follow his commands must also matter to each of us. That is all part of fearing the Lord and is the beginning of wisdom. Second, the fulfillment of wisdom comes when his commands matter so much that we willingly obey him. All right. And chats, that is the end of the day, today's 1 Year Bible Read. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you as always. And if you never see my outro, enjoy. And if you have, you got to say it with me. All right. All right. Everybody ready? You know, in 3, 2, 1. I got that limitless core, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. Thank you for joining me for another 1 Year Bible Read on the Limitless Core channel and on Core Extended. I truly do appreciate you. And thank you for your presence. It's the most valuable thing you have. And the fact that you spent any of that week, I truly do cherish that. Thank you. And I just want to say one more thing. Thank you for your presence. Whether minutes, whether it's for a second, what's up, baby? Whether it's for a millisecond, or whether you've been here for now rocking with me and whatever we do on the channel, I truly do appreciate the presence, and I hope you have a blessed and wonderful rest of your night. And I'm gonna see you next time. We out of here. Good night, everybody. See you for day 318 in a row tomorrow. Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.